The 2nd of January marked the end of breeding season, so it was time to gather up all the breeding herds and take the bucks off. And from there we gathered up all the breeding females and took them on their new adventure where we fitted them with no-fence GPS collars. And we're so fortunate to work with an incredible landowner who donated the use of her pasture for the entire month. And that pasture worked perfectly to get the goats all trained to these collars. And she even let us use her front pasture so that Dottie and Wilma could have their own adventure for a while. This definitely reduced our feed bill. And then from there it was time to head to the Albuquerque bosski. We got in one good day of grazing, but then the whole crew works on Wednesday, so it was time to get all the goats trimmed and vaccinated. It was a big day, but the crew got 250 goats all taken care of. We try to do it around this time every year, so we start the year off right. And the next 2 days we didn't graze because we had snow and mud, but then it was off to Albuquerque again. We spent the next 2 weeks on the 6.7 acre portion of the bosski. This is a burn scar area where it's primarily just kochia and tumbleweeds that are growing back. And through much of January, Q was out of commission because she had a procedure to remove a benign tumor on her hip. Even without Q, the goats and the crew got Albuquerque finished up, and it was time to transition back to the Sandia bosski. So we took that transition day to have the goats clean up what Wilma and Dottie couldn't. Then we had a party for Michelle's mom, then a snow day. Then it was down to the Sandia bosski. There, the goats ate dried vegetation and reduced fire risk along this 4-acre portion of the river. It took the crew 5 days to finish up this project. And throughout the month, I interviewed several incredible people for the podcast. I was able to get all the prep done for our big bale grazing project that's coming up this month. And the goats weren't the only ones trained into their GPS collars. Gus also spent the month learning how to navigate the no-fence system. He's a super smart dog, and he caught on right away.
Good boy.
And Michelle and Garrett and I traveled out to Flagstaff to watch Grant throw some bombs in his track meets. I made sure to get plenty of video on the trips of these big trucks for my grandson. This little guy is an absolute joy, and he just loves to help his pop-pop. And then Nick and Abby finished out the month with our only backyard job. The goats cleared out weeds in the backyard while Abby and Nick cleared out cactus in the front. And with 24 days of grazing, January was an absolute success. It definitely goes in the books as the most productive January we've ever had. Have a goat day.